Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. We're doing a match reaction episode for Manchester United against Atletico. It's finished Manchester United 0, Atletico 1. Was anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised? I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised that United went out. It's sad. It is sad, but I think what's worse is when you kind of get numb, when you kind of get apathetic. I think it's good when you're angry. It's good when you're happy. I think the worst thing is when you get apathetic towards something. I think that is something that you don't want to feel as a fan or for anybody in any walk of life. You don't feel apathy, and that's what I feel right now. I feel apathy for what has happened today. I haven't had a bit of time to cool down. Not that I was very upset or very angry. I think I had a little bit of time to cool down, just take it all in, to think about what I wanted to say, to think about what I was watching. And the thing is, the moment the team sheet came out nowadays, the moment I just wait to see the players come out of the tunnel, because normally I miss the team news and stuff like that. So I see the players come out, and the moment I see Harry Maguire's face, the moment I see Harry Maguire's name in that card, I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. This is literally what I look for. Harry Maguire is starting out, and Harry Maguire is starting. And I go, you know what, they're gonna lose this game. Or they're not going to play well, and that's every time it happens. And I don't know why Maguire started this game. I think that's where Ralph got it wrong. Let's be honest, he shouldn't have started. He, was at fault for a goal against Spurs. Was at fault again here for this goal as well. Shouldn't have started that game. That was on him. Once Atletico got the lead, you knew United were not coming back in this. You knew they were not going to win it. The only way they were going to had any chance of winning was trying to get that first goal and then maybe getting lucky, like they did against Spurs. They got lucky against Spurs. Ronaldo bailed them out there, but he can't do it every week. Not anymore, at least. So that was it. That was it. They get considered a goal. Never looked like scoring. I know some people will say, well, they played better, they had more possession, but they never really looked like scoring. One chance, Elanga, that was it. But again, it was on his left foot. It's not as good on his left foot. Maybe should he have scored that goal? Maybe he should have scored. Maybe not. He should have scored that goal. But again, the question is, did he really have time to react? I think it's one of those things where you're kind of hoping that you get the right connection to let it go where you want it to go and get it away from the goalkeeper, and then the goalkeeper was in the right position. That was pretty much what it was. The goal that Atletico scored, was that a foul? No, not to me. To me, it wasn't a foul. When I look back at it, there was a bit of an arm tug from both, and then Elanga kind of just went, oh, you know what, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to fall down. That was again an error from him, much like he was at fault for a goal that City scored as well. So these are little things that he needs to work on in his game. Not always trying to take the more risky way out, the more easy way. He's got to use his brain a little bit more when he's playing. And that's something that will come with time. He's still young, it will come with time. Can't really blame him for the goal itself, because I don't think you can realistically expect someone to be fouled and then suddenly get up and then start running back, and it doesn't work that way. Football doesn't work that way. So can't really blame him for the goal. It wasn't a foul though, and I do blame the players around him who were like, oh, it's a foul. That's just what it is. But it again goes back to the same thing. I think the defense needs an overhaul, needs a different place. And I don't think Dalot was at fault for the goal either. When I watched it back, he could have done a little bit better, but again, he's covering other players as well, so you got to keep that in mind as well. When he's trying to get that, so I don't think he was at fault. There were people who were going in on Ralph for this one, and to be honest, again, it's this mentality that the reason why he gets so much stick is because he replaced Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, basically. And this is United pundits, whoever's trying to say this. Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, and Gary Neville now has the year of Richard Arnold, so I don't even say what he says. I don't even take what he says seriously anymore. But then you've got Paul Scholes saying that, you've got other people saying that. The reality is, Ralph Rangnick is not at fault because he has not been given a single player that he wanted. He's working with players that were not bought for him or that were not bought by him. So he's got to do the best that he can. And the reality is, the only thing I would blame him for is picking Maguire. But then, there's conspiracy theories and things around that. Is he really picking Maguire? Is he being told to pick Maguire? I mean, there's a lot of things. I think it was telling that right at the end, when he needs to score a goal, he takes off the captain. And imagine Liverpool doing that, where they take off. I mean, I know Virgil van Dijk's not the captain, but imagine needing a goal. You got to sacrifice the center half. Would you sacrifice Virgil van Dijk? You wouldn't. You probably wouldn't. Real Madrid, peak of their powers, need a goal. Do you think they would take off Sergio Ramos? They wouldn't, right? So I think it's telling that he took Maguire off, and I do hope that this is the end for Maguire. I do hope this, and at least for this season, I hope we don't see him like starting important. I mean, there are no important games left anyway, but I hope we see him not being anything more than a squad player, not being anything more than a bit part player. I don't want to see him being a starting player. I want, we've got, I think, probably 10 games left, I think, 12 games, something like that. Whatever number of games, he shouldn't be starting any of them unless it's like, where you want to rotate and stuff, rest players. But I don't want to see him starting. I don't want to see him as an assured starter, basically. And in fact, if they don't even play him, I'd be more than happy. But I know that's not going to happen. I know they are going to have to give him some games. So I hope he's not going to start games. I think let Lindelof and Varane work it out between themselves, and let's move from there. That would be my thing. We're probably going to do something more in depth as to what's gone wrong this season, because for me, United season is over. So that's really all that there is to say about that. But I would like to see more nuances into what's happened, and to do more of that sort of review. We'll kind of do that later on, but just want to get my thoughts across for this game. In terms of, again, Rashford had a poor game, didn't start, came on, looked really bad again. If he wants to go, I know we spoke about this with Kanaya in the previous video. If he wants to go, let him go. Like, he's considering his future. I think this is telling that a player like Rashford can say, and I know Rashford's done a lot of great work off the field, fantastic, but on the field, he's been crap this season. Now let's call a spade a spade. He's been bad this season. He's been really bad. And for him to come out, and I know he didn't make the statement. I know it's a rumor or whatever that he may have fed, may not have fed. But even for someone to even have the audacity to even put that out there, that he's considering his future. And this is coming from Romano, so I trust Romano. For Romano to even get hold of that news that Rashford is considering his future. I mean, who are you, Marcus Rashford? What have you done for Manchester United as a footballer? What have you done for United? You've done nothing. Right, you've won a couple of small trophies, fine, but you've done nothing. Let's be honest, and he's been bad this season. He's been very bad this season. For him to, and this is where it is. Players out of the big players, big club players, they fight for their place. They don't just go and say, "Oh, hey, I'm not started 3 games, so I'm going to consider my future. I'm going to go somewhere else." Fine, go somewhere else. I hope somebody. But we all know what's going to happen. We all know Rashford's going to be appeased. We all know he's going to get a new contract. That's how this club operates. That's how they're going to do. So anyway, but this isn't about Marcus Rashford. This isn't about an individual player. A lot of players had bad performances. Bruno, again, so much more. I think he probably did more complaining than he actually made passes, proper passes in this game. Honestly, I mean, I just saw him. I remember the only thing I remember of him in the second half is complaining and whining to the referee. That was good on Varane to take him off, by the way. And again, telling he needs a goal, and he takes Bruno Fernandes off. I think that is telling. Good decision by the way. I'm not criticizing it. I think that's a fantastic decision. And the reason for doing that is because he was more focused on his mind was gone. He had lost his mind. So his mind wasn't on the game. So good decision there. The problem is, of course, the quality of the bench really sucks. So there's nobody who can come on and make a difference anyway. So it looks that way. But anyway, those are really my thoughts. 0-1. To Atletico United's Champions League run is over. Not that I expected United to win the Champions League anyway. I held out hope that maybe they could make it to the quarters, get a good draw in the quarters, like a Juventus or now Benfica. By the way, Ajax going out, big shock there. I thought maybe get that, and then you could maybe sneak in a run in the Champions League, the semis or something, maybe. But at the end of the day, you get what you deserve, and then you get what you earn, rather. And they didn't earn it. They didn't earn place. So that's there. We'll talk a little bit more about stuff going forward, but that's just my thoughts for the moment on the game itself. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What did you think about the game? Feel free to rant. Feel free to disagree with me on any opinion as well. Happy to hear that. Do share that, and we can always love reading that. So thank you so much. Take care. Hopefully you'll have a better day tomorrow than what it was today. If you're a United fan. Hopefully, if you're not a United fan and you enjoyed that, then hopefully your day is just as good tomorrow as well. So take care.